All-American Trophies for all your screen printing and embroidery needs.
ArtMain, women's clothing, accessories, and art supplies located 13 Main Street, South Minot.
Buffalo Wings and Rings, the sports restaurant experience, located in South Minot.
Badlands Bar and Grill, everyone's welcome and is our special guest, located in Southwest Minot.
Fiancé Bridal, located in downtown Minot or shop online.
KCJB, 9:10 a.m., Minot's news and information station.
Buffalo Wild Wings, wings, beer, sports, located in 3820 South Broadway.
KIZZ-FM, Z94, Minot's only station for today's hit music.
Mix 99.9, Minot's best music mix.
Happy Joe's Pizza and Ice Cream, good times to be together.
KRRZ, 1390 AM, Minot's classic hits.
KZTR 105.3 The Fox, Minot's rock station.
Jacobson Music, a family-owned business with 3 locations in Dickinson, Bismarck, and Minot.
KYYX, 97 Kicks FM, Minot's hot new country.
MSU Beaver Hockey. Visit us online at msubeaverhockey.com or on Facebook and Twitter.
Qdoba, easy, on time, full of flavor.
MSU Theater Department, offering the highest quality of entertainment at Minot State.
Ford Communication brings employers, retailers, and other professionals from the Midwest to connect under one roof.
MSU Bookstore for all of your school supplies and MSU gear, located on campus.
Red and Green, Minot State's official student-run newspaper.
Magic City Hoagies, a locally owned sandwich shop, located in Southwest Minot. Spicy Pie, pizza, grinders, and beer, located at Beaver Ridge Plaza.
Mike Blessum, State Farm Insurance Agent at 11th Avenue, Southwest Minot.
Taco John's, offering fresh tacos, burritos, nachos, and breakfast.
Good evening and welcome to the 5th episode of MSU Inside Out. I'm Matt Huffman.
And I'm Dalen Eddington.
We have a big show lined up tonight for the big 5th episode. We got an interview with the Title IX director, we got some talk with the track and field coach, looking at the Take Back a Night event, and of course, Blake with sports, weather, and campus events. So just moving right into it, Halloween is right around the corner and the Magic City is already prepping for the eve of the 31st festivities. Nolan Axton has more.
The spookiest night of the year is upon us here in the Magic City. Halloween right around the corner. Mary Mercer joining me now. Mary, thank you for taking time out of probably your busy day as you guys are getting ready for one of the most popular events in Minot for Halloween, the community Halloween down at the Minot Auditorium. To start things off, can you tell me a little bit about the event itself?
This is the 35th annual Community Halloween Party. We have about 20 to 25 booths every year that are sponsored by student organizations at MSU, nonprofits, and businesses. And we have about 1,500 children and their parents that attend every year.
Okay. Now, how long has this event been going on? It's been in a couple different locations, I should say. So yeah, just tell me a little bit about the history.
Well, we have had it at the MSU Dome in the past. It's now at the auditorium. This is the 35th year, so we're excited to be celebrating that. And a very popular event and a time for kids and their parents to have, depending on the weather, sometimes Halloween is even snowy, so it's an indoor event where people can enjoy looking at all the costumes of all the other different children and supporting that community organizations.
All right, and you mentioned the community organizations. What do they have to do to kind of reach out to you guys to say they want to set up a booth and they want to be there?
Well, they can call me or the other co-chair, Evelyn Klimple, and my phone number is 4040, and people can participate either by having a booth and giving out candy, or we also have financial sponsors that we use the money that they donate to buy candy for some of the MSU student booths who don't have the financial resources to provide candy for over 1,000 children. So we do put that money to good use and help those student groups so they can participate in the event.
And this goes on the night of the 31st. What time does the event start down at the auditorium?
The event starts at 5 and it's open until 8. We don't open the doors on the northeast side of the auditorium until 4:30, but anytime after 4:30 people can come in and get a seat and wait until the booths are open at 5.
All right, and you mentioned it being indoors. How important is an event like that to be indoors, especially in North Dakota at this time of the year when you don't really know what the weather's going to be like?
Sometimes last year it was raining, some years it's even snowing, so it's nice to be able to have a place where kids can enjoy the night with other families and be out of that cold weather. A nice, safe way to celebrate the holiday.
All right, and you mentioned too with the booths, it's more directed at the younger kids. Is there anything outside of the booths that are set up by sponsors and stuff like that that kids can take part in?
We're hoping to have some Halloween movies so that they can watch that, while they're waiting for their turn to go through the booth. But the booths are usually pretty entertaining. The organizations are dressed up in very fun costumes and decorated all different sorts of ways. So.
Okay, now to look at the sponsors with the booths they set up, do you guys have any sort of competitions or anything for who has the best booth or spookiest booth or anything like that?
Right, there are awards for the different categories. So there's a student booth and a business and a nonprofit category. So we do give plaques for the best booths.
All right, and Mary, I just want to ask you quick one more time before we throw things back to the studio here. The phone number to contact if people want to set up a booth at the auditorium.
They can call me at 509-4040, or Evelyn's number is 858-3371.
All right, thank you for joining me, Mary Mercer, co-chair of the event down at the auditorium. That's October 31st, Halloween night. Doors open at 4:30, event starts at 5. Hopefully, lots of people come out and have fun on Halloween.
Yeah, we'd love to see you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for that, Nolan. And joining me now is our favorite representative from the Downtown Association here to talk a little Halloween. I have the lovely Deb Harris. How are you doing tonight?
Very good, thank you.
That's good. So kind of jumping right into it, I see you brought a poster, but let's talk about the holiday festivities you guys are planning. A lot of big events here coming up. Let's kind of speak to those and what you guys are doing.
Well, this year we're doing 3 events, but 2 actual nights. Our first thing is we are doing a pumpkin carving contest. So right now you can pick up your pumpkins and you would purchase them at Fiance, Lean's Jewelry, Margie's Glass. Let's see, where else do I have them? In the Tobby. And what you would do is for children, preschool, I have different divisions, preschool and under. And then I have 1st through 3rd grade, 4th through 6th, 7th through 9th. Those are all children. They're $6 for a pumpkin. And some of these pumpkins are beautiful. They're nice big, nice big pumpkins. So even if you didn't want to turn them back in, maybe what you could do is just take them and use them and decorate your home and just consider it you're giving back to the downtown. Otherwise, the adult ones are $12, and if you win in the adult division, you win $250.
Hey, there you go. You think if I went clean shaven, I could pass for a kid, get the...
I think you could pass for the senior citizen division.
There you go.
Those are $6.
Hey, those are $6. That's it's easier to go up than down, apparently. But so, how do we as students and the community members get involved outside of buying the pumpkins? I guess, are you guys looking for volunteers? Are you guys?
Of course, we're looking for volunteers.
Of course, you heard it here first.
Of course, we are. And I'm not going to say as a volunteer, it's going to be all fun jobs, but it is going to be giving back to your community. You could check IDs. You could sell tickets. You could actually on family night, you could dress up as a Simpson.
Hey, there you go.
Or you could be a Ninja Turtle. And it's a blow-up costume, so nobody would know it's you in there.
Oh, well, what if I wanted them to know I was the Simpson or Ninja Turtle?
Well, then you'd have to unzip your blow-up costume.
Does the air escape when you unzip it?
Yeah, it does.
Oh man, we got to figure out the logistics before that night comes. We got to figure this out between us. But a lot of the names you mentioned, there are a lot of the nonprofit in town? Like, how are they kind of involved in
Well,
all
we've
this?
got 9 nonprofits, and of these 9 nonprofits, we've got a little bit of everything. We've got children's, and we've got the Spouse Club from out to the Air Force Base. We got Trinity, Healthy Heart. 9 different ones are involved. And what we've done is we've set up at the P2 parking ramp already. We've already are in.
Okay.
We're in full throttle right now.
We're going on all
They
cylinders.
actually are decorating their rooms right now. And what we'll do is we'll be selling tickets. They're $1 a piece. And that will go back to those nonprofits 100%. We keep nothing. How we're going to make our money that night is by selling those pumpkins, votes for them. So how you vote for your favorite pumpkin, and what you do is you give us a dollar for one of these tickets, and then you'll vote for your favorite pumpkin. And what happens is you get 240 of your best friends to vote for you.
There you go.
And it's a wash.
It's a clean sweep.
And everybody wins.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So first order of business, I need to find 250 friends. That'll be a good start to my pumpkin carving career. But I guess you said that there's a haunted house, and you said there's just 2 nights. It's broke up into kind of like a family night, and then like the second night is going to be kind of scarier.
It's going to be a little bit more scarier, but not so bad that women are scared to death in there.
Oh, well,
I promise.
we can't have that. I mean,
no, but they're haunted rooms also.
Okay,
so you can get in and out fast if you really wanted to.
Okay, just make sure you know where that door is at all times if you're going to enter the rooms.
Yes,
But
we have an enchanted forest. We have a little girl's birthday, and it's all staged out, and you walk through it, and there's a Jack in the Box. We have another one. We have a Cinderella coach. These people are really going all out. It's very cool. We have a Under the Sea. That one is by the Magic City Discovery Center. Very cool. They've been making jellyfish and all kinds of things. So, yeah.
That's awesome. So is there anything else you'd like to add tonight?
Well, I wanted to say that Delta Vacations has given us a $1,600 gift certificate to win at the very end. You have to be present. You have to be present to win this. And the other thing is costume contests. We did this last year, and it was amazing. So the peers that actually come on the adult night, they actually vote. They don't pay anything extra to vote, but they vote first, second, and third place. So first place is going to get 300, second is 2, and then 100. So yeah, we'd love to see you guys all dressed up. Maybe you guys could dress up as MSU students.
Hey, there you go. It's going to be a pretty easy costume, I think.
Yeah.
But still to come, we have. Oh, sorry. Thank you again for joining us, Deb. It's always a pleasure to talk to you. But still to come, we have the Beaver Sport Minute, the Tile 9 Director interview, and talk with the track and field coach.
All-American Trophies for all your screen printing and embroidery needs.
ArtMain, women's clothing, accessories, and art supplies located 13 Main Street, South Minot.
Buffalo Wings and Rings, the sports restaurant experience, located in South Minot.
Badlands Bar and Grill. Everyone's welcome and is our special guest. Located in Southwest Minot.
Fiancé Bridal, located in downtown Minot, or shop online.
KCJB, 9:10 a.m., Minot's news and information station.
Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports. Located in 3820 South Broadway.
KIZZ-FM, Z94, Minot's only station for today's hit music.
Mix 99.9, Minot's best music mix.
Happy Joe's Pizza and Ice Cream. Good times to be together.
KRRZ, 1390 AM, Minot's classic hits.
KZTR 105.3 The Fox, Minot's rock station.
Jacobson Music, a family-owned business with 3 locations in Dickinson, Bismarck, and Minot.
KYYX, 97 Kicks FM, Minot's hot new country.
MSU Beaver Hockey. Visit us online at msubeaverhockey.com or on Facebook and Twitter.
Qdoba, easy, on time, full of flavor.
MSU Theater Department, offering the highest quality of entertainment at Minot State.
Forward Communication brings employers, retailers, and other professionals from the Midwest to connect under one roof.
MSU Bookstore for all of your school supplies and MSU gear, located on campus.
Red and Green, Minot State's official student-run newspaper.
Magic City Hoagies, a locally owned sandwich shop, located in Southwest Minot. Spicy Pie, pizza, grinders, and beer, located at Beaver Ridge Plaza.
Mike Blessum, State Farm Insurance Agent at 11th Avenue Southwest Minot.
Taco John's, offering fresh tacos, burritos, nachos, and breakfast.
Welcome back to MSU Inside Out. We have the Beavers, the Lady Beaver soccer team going on quite the roll. I know Blake has a little more about that, but they kind of had a rough start to the season a little bit, but I think it's safe to say that the Lady Beavers are back firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, they started the season 3-4-1, and being conference winners last year, that's not the start you really want to start your season, but they've really turned it on the last month or so. The Minot State Beavers soccer team is riding high, extending their season-high winning streak to 6 games after a dominant 4-1 victory over the Winona State Warriors. Lewis and Franco each had a goal in the win. The Beavs will look to extend the streak this weekend when they host number 13 ranked Concordia State St. Paul on Saturday and Minnesota State Moorhead on Sunday. Both games are at 1 p.m. at the Herb. The Minot State Beaver volleyball team fell to Sioux Falls in 4 sets this past weekend. The loss drops the record to 4-16 overall. The Beavers are still searching for their first win in Northern Sun play. It doesn't get much easier for the Beavers as they travel to face number 5 Minnesota Duluth tomorrow and St. Cloud on Saturday. The Beavers football team is still searching for their first win at Herb Parker Stadium in the 2017 season after dropping a 40-14 contest to a ranked Bemidji State squad. The loss pushes Minot State's record to 1-6 heading into the home stretch of the season. The Beavers hit the road this weekend for a Saturday afternoon matchup against Minnesota Duluth at 1 p.m. The Minot State women's hockey team was victorious against Wisconsin in a pair of 7-3 victories. Mackenzie Balog and Vanessa Grimstad led the way with a barrage of goals. The Beavers are in action this weekend as they travel to Midland for a 2-game series. The Minot State men's hockey team will also be in Midland this weekend for a 2-game series. The Beavers are coming off of a good week at home as they picked up wins against in-state rivals Williston State and Jamestown. Beavers are now 7-0 on the record, 7-0 on the season so far, Dalen. Last year they got bounced in the semifinals in the national tournament. They're looking to get back there this year.
It looks like to start the year they're really hitting their stride.
And the Beavers will be in Midland Friday, Saturday. You can catch the game on beavershockey.com.
All right, joining me now is the Title IX director as well as a supporter for the Take Back the Night event, Lisa Dooley. Lisa, thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
So Take Back the Night is something that has to do with promoting healthy relationships. Do you think you could give us more insight about the event?
Take Back the Night is an event that has been going on back since the 1970s. However, it has changed today to apply to all sexes, genders, and orientations. Initially, it was for women. And it's just to recognize, yes, to promote healthy relationships and to have a culture of consent.
Now I hear that Take Back the Night is having a awareness walk, is that correct?
That is correct. So we'll start tonight at 7 o'clock and we'll do welcome and orientation, welcome and then introductions, and then we'll go out for a march, and then we'll come back in and have music by Lexi Wyman, as well as 2 speakers, Leanne Kelly. She is a survivor of multiple types of violence, as well as Dominica Granada, who is going to be speaking about Marcy's Law.
Now, I'm just going to switch gears a little bit
Yes.
here. Regarding the Title IX paperwork online, before students can sign up for classes next semester, they have to they have to do paperwork for Title IX. Do you think you could tell us more about that?
It is an online training module where all students at Minot State University need to complete this training before they can enroll for spring courses. And right now the holds have been placed on individual accounts until they complete it.
I've heard there's 2 pieces to this, is that correct?
Thank you for clarifying. There is only part one. The program does have part one and part two, but however, the Title IX office is only requiring part one.
Do you know what part two would entail as of right now?
Yeah, part two is in about approximately 30 days. If we chose to do this option, it would test students' knowledge about how much they have retained about the online program.
Switching gears back to the Take Back the Night event, do you think you could tell us more about how this idea came about exactly?
Back in the 1970s, when initially that it was to prevent violence against women, and so that they would be safe going out at night, and then as well as there's always support in volumes, and so that was the original, but now it just has grown and to include men and women, because we know that men are victims of sexual violence as well. And we want to recognize that.
Now, in accordance to helping out with the event, you're also the Title IX director for Minot State. How has your background as the Title IX director for Minot State helped you with the planning for this event? I previously was a juvenile probation officer, and I was assigned to a supervision unit, and then eventually I was promoted to the court unit, where I just worked primarily with individuals who committed crimes. And I think that this background and has just given me a lot of history in regards to making sure that we are doing things supporting our victims, actually, our survivors, I should say, and that's what tonight's event is all about. Is there anything else you'd like to add, Lisa?
There were plenty of supporters, and for this event, I cannot do it myself. I've had two social workers, student social workers with the student social work organization, Janelle Nagy, as well as Katie Johnson, and they had just been instrumental in assisting me with getting this up and going. And then as well as the men's basketball team, I do have to mention them. Tonight they are setting up our march with signs and luminaries, and I am just very grateful for everyone's help.
Well, thank you again for being here, Lisa. As cross country heads into the NSIC Championship weekend, the Beavers track and field team is beginning to prep for the upcoming season. Nolan Axton is standing by for more.
From burning up the competition on the track to running the show as a coach for the Minot State University Beavers track and field team, Farai Madungwe, grad assistant for the Beavers track and field team. In fact, thank you for joining me today, taking time out of your busy schedule. To start things off, I just want to ask a little bit about you guys are approaching your season, probably starting practices and everything ready as cross-country runs into the NSIC Championship weekend this weekend. So just tell me a little bit about how the off-season went for the track team this year. I know you're new to the team, but tell me what you can.
Well, we have a smaller team than usual, but we do have kids who are focused to do better, as a couple of them are in their senior year of track, and we do have a couple juniors. So just where their mindset is, it's coming along pretty well.
All right, and now, as I mentioned, cross country's heading into the weekend, so into the NSIC Conference Championship weekend, I should say. So once that season's over with, do you guys get to gain some runners from that team?
Oh yes, we kind of gain more of the middle distance, 800, 1600, and the 3200 as well as steeplechase for some athletes as well.
All right, now going into this season, it's your first year as grad assistant for the Beavers. What's kind of the team themselves look like? Have you guys started your practices? Have you got a good look at them yet?
Oh yes, we have started our in-season practice. So we do have a couple returners who are kind of the leaders of the group, people like Daniel and Josh Drew, as well as Randy on the girls' side. They're looking pretty well, just trying to work with the newer athletes. We do have Ethan, who is a freshman, and we do have a couple girls who are on the cross-country team transitioning into track after this.
All right, and now being a former athlete here at Minot State yourself too, not a whole lot of home meets for you guys, and it's all indoor track too. So how does being on the road for basically a whole season kind of affect you guys?
Well, I try to let them know that even though we don't have any home meets, that we shouldn't carry that mentality that we are performing for Minot State everywhere that we go. So just trying to keep that mentality, even though we're on the road for typically every single track meet that we go to, just trying to have that mentality that we are representing Minot State every place that we go to.
All right, is that kind of something you guys really stress in your practices before the season starts here in January? Is that you're not going to be at home, but you're still wearing the Minot State across your chest?
I don't really have to stress as much. They kind of know it and bring the same attitude to practice, knowing that you're going to travel, let's say 4, 5, 6 hours for a track meet, but just trying to do your best for Minot State as a representative there.
And again, like I had said, to a former sprinter and jumper for the Beavers, how's the transition from being an athlete to being a coach? How's that gone for you?
Well, firstly, it's less tiring since you're not actually running yourself. But it's more responsibility, being responsible for a group of athletes, watching them develop over the off season, transitioning into the actual in season, and then just gearing up for conference and hopefully nationals for a few athletes.
All right, Farai, I want to thank you for joining me today. Season starts January 13th, so right after Christmas break. Hopefully we get to see the Beavers track and field team come home with some hardware next year.
Hopefully.
Thank you so much, Nolan. Still to come on the show tonight, we have another look at the Take Back the Night event with campus events. We have the weather, and that's about it.
That'll be a wrap for the show.
That'll be the wrap.
All-American Trophies for all your screen printing and embroidery needs.
Art Main, women's clothing, accessories, and art supplies located 13 Main Street, South Minot.
Buffalo Wings and Rings, the sports restaurant experience, located in South Minot.
Badlands Bar and Grill. Everyone's welcome and is our special guest. Located in Southwest Minot.
Fiancé Bridal, located in downtown Minot or shop online.
KCJB, 9:10 a.m., Minot's news and information station.
Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports. Located in 3820 South Broadway.
KIZZ FM Z94, Minot's only station for today's hit music.
Mix 99.9, Minot's best music mix.
Happy Joe's Pizza and Ice Cream. Good times to be together.
KRRZ 1390 AM, Minot's classic hits.
KZTR 105.3 The Fox, Minot's rock station.
Jacobson Music, a family-owned business with 3 locations in Dickinson, Bismarck, and Minot.
KYYX 97 Kicks FM, Minot's hot new country.
MSU Beaver Hockey. Visit us online at msubeaverhockey.com or on Facebook and Twitter.
Qdoba, easy, on time, full of flavor.
MSU Theater Department, offering the highest quality of entertainment at Minot State.
Forward Communication brings employers, retailers, and other professionals from the Midwest to connect under one roof.
MSU Bookstore for all of your school supplies and MSU gear, located on campus.
Red and Green, Minot State's official student-run newspaper.
Magic City Hoagies, a locally owned sandwich shop, located in Southwest Minot. Spicy Pie, pizza, grinders, and beer, located at Beaver Ridge Plaza.
Mike Blessum, State Farm Insurance Agent at 11th Avenue, Southwest Minot.
Taco John's, offering fresh tacos, burritos, nachos, and breakfast.
Welcome back to MSU Inside Out. We've had quite a week in terms of as weather goes. Last week I kind of was like, hey, it's really cold this weekend. And then all of a sudden it's like, hey, we're going to be 80 degrees today. But we're going to kind of see a repeat of that trend this weekend as we look to Friday. The moral of this weekend is mostly cloudy skies. You see that across the board Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But Friday we look at a high of 76 with a low of 48. Saturday, a high of 54 and a low of 39. So cooling off a little bit, but coming right back up on Sunday with a high of 63 and a low of 45. But yeah, the weather has just been, I forgot that was October almost. It felt like we're back in August this week. But
as you were talking about, Matt, it's been a relatively warm week, that's for sure.
But why don't you talk a little bit about campus events now?
All right, the more marquee event is going on tonight, which is the Take Back the Night Awareness Walk. It is tonight at 7 o'clock at the MSU Beaver Dam. The God of Carnage play is going on at the MSU Hartnett Hall, Alshire Theater. tonight, the 19th, and it goes through October 21st at 7:30. And then there's also a special show October 22nd at 2 o'clock as well. The MSU Jazz Ensemble concert is at MSU Old Main and Nicole Nelson Hall Friday at 7:30. The MSU Day at the Berry Acres Pumpkin Patch is this Sunday from 11 to 7. The MSU Small Ensembles concert is at MSU Old Main and Nicole Nelson Hall next Tuesday, the 24th at 7:30. And then to conclude, the costume karaoke is at the MSU Beaver Dam going on the same day, the 24th, next Tuesday from 8 to 10.
It's gonna be a pretty busy week still. You know, every week we kind of load the roster up for the campus events. There's a lot of stuff going on campus, and I encourage everybody to go out and partake in those events. I know I'm gonna be going to check out the God of Carnage play tomorrow night. Can't make it tonight, unfortunately, but
I'm definitely going to try to go see if I can make that.
Yep. A big thank you to all of our interview guests tonight. We had Deb Harris, we had Lisa Dooley, we had both of Nolan's guests. Thank you so much to them, and thanks to Blake. Give a shout out to Blake for doing sports, keeping us up to date on the Beaver athletics. But with that, I think we're going to go ahead and call it for the show. I'm Matt Huffman.
And I'm Dalen Eddington.
Thank you for watching.